So right now, obviously, in media, there's a lot of talk. Your series was almost ahead of the curve because right now you're seeing all over press about sexism and ageism, and you sort of nailed this very relevant topic, but doing it with comedy. This issue is not new to Hollywood, you know, that this is sort of happening, and we're going to get to you because I sort of feel like almost like you as an actress is mirroring you as, you know, your character. But were you sort of thinking of this, did you have this in mind when you created the series? Were you like, we need to create a series that sort of illustrates?
Well, you know, the series is based on a book that was written a number of years ago, and I'd read it a while ago. It wasn't available, and I always felt that the themes were so relevant about a woman that has to sort of lie about her age to get back into the workplace because she's taken some time off to raise her kid. And I've known many women who have taken time off to raise children, you know, especially working in the entertainment business. And it's sort of like they find it difficult, almost impossible, sort of after 10 years to come back in. And I just felt that there was a real audience and relatability. And, you know, and I think we live in a youth-obsessed culture, and ageism is just a theme that I felt like hadn't been very explored.
Do you feel when you were creating shows earlier on in your career, though, that there is a different it feels different in terms of when you are thinking about a pilot or thinking about a show that will even get picked up?
In terms of what?
Just in the landscape, in terms of what story will play, what kind of cast will play. How has the television industry shifted in that way?
I just really think about who's the right. I love casting. I think it's super, super important. I love the process of doing it and finding the right people. And it's more sort of like, for me, like, you know, hearing the right notes in my head. You know, when people come in and they're the right people for the role, it's like kind of it feels like it's just like you hear. You know, it just feels like it's all on key. You know, on key. And so it's kind of almost like a musical thing. And so that's just how I go. It's like an instinctive, and you know, it's so important. You know, you can have a great script, you don't have the right actors. It's like it's not going to work.
I want to ask you too about, you know, the scene because yes, when you when.
Wait, sorry.
Just in terms, because we interviewed you earlier this week, and talk about that a little bit, because I loved what you sort of said, that you guys actually tell the story about the scene when Josh finally finds out your real age.
Oh, okay, that one.
Yes.
The scene. I was like, what scene?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I was asked in an interview for the Wrap about what I thought was like the toughest scene to shoot, and I picked the one in the bar because I finally come clean to Josh and tell him that I've been lying to him, and I'm actually 40 and I have a daughter and I'm divorced and sorry. And so we sort of have this very intense scene, but when we shot it, we sort of usually we like hang out and talk in between takes, and we're like la la la, and we're like on the opposite sides of the bar, so in between every take, because he was like,
and like I would look at her.
He's like, I'm not
avoiding
eye contact.
You know? We're saying the same things as we're
sorry.
Talking. It's okay.
It's so perfect, yeah. But yeah, that was the most intense scene. But amazing, but like a great scene. He's such a great partner. You know, you're an amazing partner and so fun to work with. So it makes it easy in that sense. But it's it was hard to like have any type of discord because most of our scenes were always so easygoing.
Yeah.